think we're live. Let's give it a second for a couple people to join the chat, but in the meantime, welcome to another daily DigiByte update. My name is Josiah, and we're going to start off by looking at CoinDeal. CoinDeal have just recently added DigiByte, so this is pretty cool. They are an exchange that's been around since 2018. They've got a bunch of fiat pairings as well, which is awesome to see. They've got a really slick website and a nice mobile app, but like I mentioned, support for the US dollar, Euro, British pound, I think they've got Korean won. Really great to see yet another exchange adding support for DigiByte, and yet another place for people to buy, sell, trade, hold their DigiByte. Well, I mean, don't keep your DigiByte on an exchange, that's just common sense, but maybe you can keep it on a DiCENT wallet. So this is what we're here today to take a look at, but before we do that, again, I just want a big thank you to CoinDeal for adding DigiByte. Really great to see that kind of support coming out, so thank you again to them. Anyway, so DiCENT wallets, they've announced that DigiByte is now supported on it. They've got here, there is a discount code, which is really cool, 50% off, which is pretty awesome. Let's go and have a look there. DiCENT Hardware Wallet, cool, $79. So this is hopefully what I'm about to be unboxing here. Taking you through it a little bit. I don't actually want this to keep popping up. That's all right. So the biometric authentication. This is kind of the key part about this wallet here. Why is it resizing it now? They say here it's Bluetooth support, so it'll work with Android and iOS. I've got my cell phone here. This is going to be interesting to see if this plays ball, and will this one get through the entire live stream and get set up and working with DigiByte? We'll see. My last other wallet didn't fare too well because I'm in New Zealand, and apparently the time zone being GMT plus 13 was further into the future than they ever anticipated, which meant that the sign-up process was not happy. Now, as far as DiCENT goes, though, I know that I am going to have to do a firmware update. The team there have already briefed me on this. Now, the reason that I'm specifically mentioning this, the idea being that with a lot of these wallet reviews and looks and things like that, I try and tackle it from the perspective of if you were to purchase one of these either for yourself or as a gift for somebody who was non-technical, such as, for example, my mother. She's going to go and get herself a wallet. How is this going to affect her? How is she going to go with the setup process and things like that? Is there a big, long setup that is involved where she's going to have to refer to manuals and things like that? Or will it simply work out of the box and should be guided along the way? Don't know. We're about to find out. So let's get started here. Now, one of the things, they've got the lovely seals here. Actually, let's quickly zoom that in. Cool. We've got the seals here, so you know if it has been tampered with. Let's just quickly break this right open. The seals are still intact, awesome to see. Now, the reason that I mention this is this lets you know if you have received one from the factory and if it has been tampered along the way. So if we just kind of break the seal here and just run my finger along here, we'll break the seal and we're good to go. So we'll pull this. We'll pull this out. All right, so really fancy ID DiCENT here. What I will do though is I will mention they have included a card here, which I will pop out. Now this is an NFC based card. This is more specifically going to be used for ERC20 tokens, so I won't be covering this today. Being that DigiByte is not an ERC20 token, we're not compatible. But anyway, nice to know that they do include this in the box with it as well, in the package. So let's take this, we'll pull it out, and we have here underneath a lovely hardware wallet. I'll pull this right out. It's actually, wow, it's tiny. That's amazing. Let's just quickly go and pull out. This is going to fall out everywhere, isn't it? What's underneath? Nice little manual here, and a charging cable. Cool. So this is a micro USB from the looks of it. Micro USB. And included in it, we have a recovery card, confidential document. So this is for your recovery seed. You can write it down on there. And we also include a user's guide. Now, this user's guide is in a few languages, which is kind of nice here, which you can see. Ta-da. But we're not going to be using that today. We are going to wing it. So this is actually really tiny. What I'll do just for comparison here is let's grab the SafePal just to show you a little bit of a comparison. So we have the SafePal here, and then next to it we have our DiGByte wallet, which is tiny. So in terms of thickness as well, it's slightly thicker, but it's very light. Let's just peel this off. One of my favorite parts about getting these kind of wallets is peeling the plastic. Beautiful. All right, so again, just for a bit of a comparison as well, so we have cell phone and we have wallet. You can see me in the reflection there. And let's just move that up. We have a few people watching. Thanks, Dan GR. No worries, man. Now, anyway, let's quickly try and turn this on here. That says up the top here, premium security. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that fills me with confidence. So if we push, there's one button on the side here, which I'm presuming is the power button. We're going to turn this one on. We have power. Cool, so it's asking me to select a language. We can see we've got a couple of languages here. I'm going to choose English, and if I push OK. Now we've got a couple of options here. Create wallet, recover wallet. Okay, just the two options, so we can go up and down between them. So I'm going to go create a wallet here. Push OK. Enter a new PIN number. How do I do that? Okay. Right, so to set the PIN number, I need to go up and down, which is kind of fun, but that's okay. We'll go okay. Really super secure PIN. Everybody knows it, and we're doing it again. Scan my finger. Okay, so enrolling your finger. This is what the DiGByte hardware wallet is about. So if I hold this up, you can see here it says scan my finger 0%. So if I put my thumb on it, this is going to be kind of difficult to do here. We're doing it a couple of times, so we're at 25%. Scan it again, and again, and again, in slightly different places. Cool, processing. I mean, that was pretty painless, all things considered. Right, so it wants me to verify it, so I'm going to scan my finger. Let's hold it up this way. Scan my finger. Warning, the recovery seed is backup of your private key and must be kept safe. I understand. Now, to be fair, I have kind of got out of the shower about 15-20 minutes ago, so my finger is slightly wrinkly. This could cause problems for me in the future. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it's not really too bad. All right. It says processing. And I have here a recovery list. So what I should really do is write this down, but because I write really slowly, I'm just going to type it instead. So bear with me here. Let me just write this out as we go. And we can see here we have gone past 12, so we are on to 24 words for the recovery phrase. Now this is going to be interesting to see how they handle re-entry or anything. Have you written down your recovery seed? Well, I've typed it. Enter a word number 9. Okay, so this is what it wants me to do. Enter word number 9. So I'm guessing I've got to go through up and down and... How am I going to do this? 1, 2... Right, so what I'm doing now is if I go up and down, we can see that happening. Alright, cool. Let's give this a whirl then. Okay, I mean, that was kind of interesting. So I only entered 3 characters and it worked, which was pretty nifty. Let me quickly again, so now it's asking me to enter word number 12. I really hope I don't have to do this for all of them, or that's going to take freaking forever. So what happens is I enter, for example, FLA. It's given me a list of words to now choose from instead of me needing to enter all of them, so I can go up and down here and I can choose all of them, which is pretty cool. What was the word? There we go. Okay, cool. Congratulations. It's ready to use. And it's now given me a bunch of different tokens, assets. Okay, so starting from the top, we've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, ERC20. We have RSK, RRC20, and Ripple. Some interesting choices there. We've got Monacoin. Again, a lot more common in Asia countries. I think that's the one with the cat, isn't it? From Japan? Let me bring that up. Monacoin. Japan's cryptocurrency mint. Right, so is that kind of like Dogecoin? It seems very familiar. Were they an early adopter of Segwit or something, I think? Anyway, back to the hardware wallet side of things. So what I can do is I can go into the settings here. I'll go OK. And I've got Bluetooth, security, language, device information. Now let's Bluetooth it. I can actually full screen this once more. And it gives me the option to choose Bluetooth for Android or iOS. I'm not too sure why it gives me 2 different options here, but it does. I thought Bluetooth was OS independent. Let's grab DigiByte Wallet and have a look. So, on the Play Store here, gonna download this, we'll go install, and let's give this a whirl. We'll see how this works. Under the what's new here, we can see here, DigiByte Coin support added. So it says DigiByte Coin to support added only with firmware 1.6.0 or higher. So the interesting question is going to be, how do I update the firmware? I presume that's why we have the micro USB and we have our lovely cable. Let's have a look on their website and see if there's a firmware or anything. Support. Firmware update. That's what we like to see. Okay, cool. Before we start, it's accessible through Chrome only. We recommend using the inbox charging cable. Well, this one's nice because it is a bit longer than the other ones that have come with some of the other devices, so this should be easy enough for me to plug into the computer, which is down there. Let's get that plugged in. And we'll take this and plug it in as well, and let's see how we go. Alright. DiCENT, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate that. It's good to see. Welcome to the chat. And if we go back to, let's have a look here. Okay, so update device firmware. We've gone and found this on the website. Simply clicked on the menu and then went to support and firmware update. Pretty straightforward here. What we're going to do is we're now going to go update firmware, and let's see how this one goes. As a tool for connection between your DiCENT wallet and... Alright, let's download the latest version then. 42 megs. Shouldn't be taking that long. Alright. 7 minutes. That's not exactly what we want to see. Why is that taking so long? Well, it's definitely not me. Okay. While that is downloading, I'll bring that up just a smidge there. No, we want that one. We can go and have a bit of a look at the website here. So they're saying in the latest firmware they've added DigiByte support. This is cool. Is there anything else? Just DigiByte support? They've included a guide. How handy. Let's have a look. No audio. Okay. Alright, so you download the bridge, you refresh your page, connect it with the USB cable. Look at those amazingly, like, manicured and painted nails compared with mine. Oh dear. DiGByte firmware update is available on Chrome only. Retry to find device. Interesting. Okay. So it does it all sort of from the browser? And then it lets you update the firmware. Okay. Looks straightforward. You've got to press power and the OK button for 10 seconds. I'm presuming this puts it into a kind of recovery mode. Yeah, we have a flashing blue light on that. I don't have a flashing blue light on mine. Right, and then we update the firmware. Hey, now it's speeding up. About time. So, how much does the wallet cost? I can see in the chat there. That's a really good question. If I go back here, they're saying it's $79 US. And the question is, DiGByte bridge is not commonly downloaded and may be dangerous. I don't care, I still want it. Buy at DiGByte. Let's have a quick look at what happens here. Now, they've gone and said here under the tweet that you can use special discount 50% off is offered for DigiByte community members. Is this because I've clicked on this link that it's already giving me 50% off? I think it probably is. Compared with, let's do an incognito window and we'll go DiGByte wallet. Let's see what happens. Support shop. Do we have a shop? How to use products? Biometric wallet. This is what we want. Where's the buy button? Where's the buy button? I want to buy it. It's not even there. Order now? Right, there we go. Okay, biometric wallet. This is what we want. Okay, there we go. So the price is currently $109 if you don't use the link. But if you do use the link, this one right here on your tweet, which I'll include in the chat. Let's pop this in here. And then let's also grab this link as well. It's only $79 by comparison, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's quickly run through. We'll do a firmware update, and we'll see if we can get DigiByte support added on there. Powered for a month. That's interesting. So that's, for comparison, it's about 20% my battery on my cell phone. So yeah, it'll probably last for a while. Let's go for all users. The prompt for admin credentials. It keeps moving it. Okay. Run the DiGByte bridge. The million-dollar question is, will I be able to remember how this firmware worked? Firmware update worked. So if I take the device and power it off. No, I don't power it off yet. Oh, so it's detected it. Oh, that's nifty. Okay, so current version, I'm on 1.4. The latest version, which adds DigiByte support. One moment. Is 1.6. Disconnect it, power it off, press and hold the OK and the power buttons to enter into boot mode. Reconnect it, and then click on update firmware. Okay, I can do that. Disconnect it from your PC. Power it off. Alright, say goodbye. We're powered off. Cool. So push and hold the OK and the power buttons for 10 seconds. it says here, DiGByte loader, so we are in the, I suppose it's a recovery firmware loader mode. We'll plug it back in. Reconnect the device using USB cable, click on update firmware. Okay. That's cool. So, can I, it says here on the device, it says kernel update start. I can't really like, it's like right here out of camera shot, but my PC unfortunately is on the ground and I don't want to like pull it out on accident. I mean, there's a great big warning, do not disconnect it. It's probably for good reason. Probably for good reason. Script Skynet, hey Fearless Leader. Not quite, man. It's good to see you. Let me put that other link in here as well. Welcome. It's good to see some familiar faces in here too. Thank you again. Is it Nitin for the super chat? Really appreciate it. Let's wait for this firmware update to finish. Hopefully it's not going to take too long here. So on the screen of the actual device, I'm seeing, I mean, I could take a photo of it, but it's probably a little bit excessive. Kernel update start. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's take a quick photo. So I will take a photo here. Oh my goodness. It shows up like a fingerprint magnet in there. Hang on, let's bring up these photos. Apparently I have some incredibly oily fingers. Who knew? Oh dear. That's hilarious. Whatever. So this is what I'm seeing at the moment though on the actual device as it is doing the update. Currently at 66%. 67%. I mean, it's taken a wee while here. So I've done firmware updates for cell phones, for tablets and everything. To be honest, I've got no idea why this is taking so long. But it's still going, 80%. I've done cell phones that have updated faster than this though. But hey, hopefully it's not the kind of thing I'm gonna have to do on the regular. What would be nice is if there was some kind of, basically plug it in and push the update button on the device. Like that would be really cool. I know that you can do certain things, like you can do like a bridge almost from your PC to a USB device. This is how you can do two ways. You can have your cell phone get its data through a PC, and you can have your PC get its data through a cell phone through a USB cable. So, I mean, that would be really nifty if you could basically scroll up and down on the actual device itself and hit update and just have it do it. It's a little bit cumbersome having to go through and pair it with your PC, but to be honest, like, this is minor gripes. Again, though, if I were to recommend this, say, to my mother, and before she could grab it and put some DigiByte on it, she had to go through this process, I'm going to be the one getting a phone call about this. Hey, look, he's celebrating. Firmware update is complete. Cool. On the device, it says update done. And it's just flashing. I presume it says on the screen here, please reboot the device, but on the device it doesn't say anything. It just says update done. Okay. We're unplugging it. Let's see how we go. We'll power it off. But again, like I mentioned though, if I were giving this to my mother in order for her to actually use this with DigiByte, I'm getting a phone call and I've got to go visit her. So that's, I mean, it's not the kind of thing obviously where you want to get, say, if you have bought it for a family member, you don't want to get it shipped to yourself, break open the seal and things to do the update. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer. All right, booted it up. I'm going to do a fingerprint scan here. Cool, we're in. Now again though, just keep in mind that it is quite a minor gripe, and in time the ones that ship will hopefully ship obviously with DigiByte support preloaded, so maybe by the time everybody starts getting theirs, if they do start ordering them, this won't be a problem. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll go up and down the list here now, and hopefully we have... We've got a bunch of other ones. Monocoin, Litecoin's in there, Zcash, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Bitcoin Gold, DigiByte. Okay, so if I tap on OK, we have here, it says I've got no DigiByte. And let's go to generate me an address. It says here, processing. I have an address. That's kind of cool, but I'm going to need a QR code. So if I push the button, I get a nice little QR code. Now, let's try and send some DigiByte to it from my wallet. I should really bring this up. Fingerprint recognized. And let's go send some DigiByte. So if I, again, we'll do the whole, tell you what, we can even just zoom in here. We have a QR code. We have a cell phone. Cool. And I'm going to send it 12 DigiByte. Let's go send. Again on the cell phone. Tap the finger. DigiByte sent. Now my question is how am I going to see this anywhere else? I've got to go back and back again. I'm presuming this is where I need to pair it with a cell phone in order to be able to see it. Okay, so let's go to the settings. We'll go Bluetooth, Android. And it says on here connecting. So what I'll do is I'll bring up the app on my cell phone. And let's give this a whirl. Do I want to allow it NFC? Yep. And I want a biometric wallet. It's asking me to register a password, which I'm just going to go zeros. Now loading. Okay, so there is no account. We're going to try and pair it. Click the button in the bottom right corner to add an account. Check the device connection status. I'm presuming I need to pair it now. I need to turn on Bluetooth. That's always helpful. Okay, Bluetooth is on. And we can see here it's showing up under the available devices. I'm going to tap on that. It's giving me on the device here. So the device ID matches, and it's giving me a custom pin. That's kind of cool. So 1992226, and we'll go OK. Cool. This has gone back to the main screen. So I'm guessing it's worked. On the device now, I can see something up in the top corner there, and this is saying finalizing sync. It's already finished. Awesome. So let's try this. Let's get nice and cozy. If I tap on this up in the corner here, no. There is no account. Add an account, and we're adding. Let's do a search. We're going to search for DigiByte. Did he? What? Okay, DigiByte. Name your account. That's fine. Retrieving the addresses. So I'm guessing this is retrieving the addresses from here. Load address. Let's go back. And we'll see what happens. Hey, there's my 12 DigiByte. That was pretty painless. Cool. Alright, so if I'm going to send this back, what I should do is, let's go and we'll grab an address. DigiByte, let's grab a receiving address. And I'll send it to myself here. So on the cell phone, what we're going to do is we'll go to send. I'm going to paste it. We'll go next. And let's send max. Ooh, slide the fee up and down. Cool. All right, we'll go send. Preparing transaction, please wait. Verify transaction detail from your device. Nice. So on here we have processing. Let's see how we go. We're thinking about it. Cool. Transaction information. 11.99997 DigiByte. Let's go OK and scan my finger. Awesome. I actually quite like that. So this is a really nice second factor authentication here. So the biometric's nice because then I don't have to keep punching in a pin. It's a pain in the ass, obviously, to have to keep, especially on these smaller hardware devices, tapping either on the screen or anything like that. The biometric's nice. It was really simple. Transaction has been sent. Final confirmation takes time with dependency on network conditions. Cool. I mean, that was pretty straightforward. I like it. No worries. The idea of using the thumbprint is really nice because it means that I guess this is the kind of thing where, especially for example, my mother, if she's going to use this sort of thing on an irregular basis, you're never going to forget your thumbprint. And I like that. I like that this is a really nice and easy to set up device. The firmware update was a bit of a pain in the ass to get the additional coins, but it could have been worse. I like it, and especially seeing as if you click on the link which I've put in the chat here, this one in particular, the price here $79. Not too shabby. Power lasts for a month. That's quite nice. I wonder if that includes if you turn it turn it off rather than letting it go to sleep. The app itself is slick. It's nice. It's pretty. It just works. There was no major issues, despite having to do the firmware update. So I like it. Very cool. Question here from DiCENT GR. Is there a way to access the wallet other than by fingerprint? I presume you could recover it. So in the box, it does give you this recovery card. So you can use it with that. It is more of a, I suppose, a convenient way to use it rather than just having to put those in all the time. This is the sort of thing it says here up the top here. Keep your recovery sheet in a safe place. So let's say, for example, if there is a death of a family member and you needed to get it, ideally they would use this to recover it rather than using this. This is more of a second factor authentication to allow you to use it on a regular or irregular basis in a nice and convenient manner. And I like it. I like the idea of a thumbprint. It's a lot faster than a BitFi. There is no two ways about that. Putting your thumb on there and just going, we're in. Whereas with a BitFi, it takes me a good 2 minutes to log in by the time I've sat down, fired it up, punched in the salt, punched in the seed phrase. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Definitely like it. It's very light, very tiny, very dainty almost, I suppose. But the thumbprint reader, I think, is the main selling point here. Rather than having to enter in a PIN like you would, say, for example, with the SafePal, it's convenient. It really is, and I like it a lot. So anyway, thank you very much to DiCENT for sending this through. This is not any kind of a paid endorsement or anything along those lines. They simply offered to send one through for me to review and check it out. No money's changed hands, and they've basically said I can be brutally honest about it, good or bad. So aside from having to do the firmware update, it was cool. I liked it. Good stuff. That's going to be all from me for today. Again, big shout out to, let's switch back here, CoinDeal. They've gone and added us, which is great to see. Again, DiCENT added support for DigiByte available now if you want. Links are in the description below and in the live chat. Thank you very much. This has been Josiah. You can hit the share button if you'd like, hit subscribe, stay notified. Really appreciate that as well. Feel free to sing out in the comments if you do have any more questions. I do like to hang out down there. You can reach me on digibyte.social or on Twitter at DGB_chilling. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next video. Hope to see you tomorrow. Cheers.